Assalamu alaikum, this is Al-Khwarezmi reborn. This is my fifth and final episode in my introduction to O A-level series for Pakistani parents. This series covers all basic and general information regarding OA levels as a whole. In this video, I will discuss how the examination process, where exams conducted, and information regarding the release of results. The most prominent UK examination boards are AQA, the Assessment Qualifications Alliance, Edexcel, officially branded as Pearson Edexcel, and CIE, Cambridge International Examinations, which is the most famous out of the three. Exams by these boards are typically conducted in wedding halls or hotels such as Aura Grande, Marquee, in Islamabad. Practical exams, however, take place in the laboratories of well-established schools. Example, the City School or Beacon House. In established school chains, the school building itself is converted into an examination center for its own students. Around 2 weeks before the exams, each candidate receives a statement of entry. This includes the student's personal details such as CNIC number, smart card number, and a timeline listing all the subjects and their due dates, as well as candidate number, school, gender, date of birth, and whether or not English is their first language. Students also receive a venue letter specifying the exact location of their exam center. It is essential to understand that AQA, Edexcel, and CIE international board exams may be scheduled at 3 different times of the day. Morning session begins at 9 a.m., the afternoon session begins at 2 p.m., and the evening session begins at 6 p.m., although the evening session is extremely rare. Although the statement of entry instructs candidates to report 1 hour before the examination, this rule is not strictly enforced. Arriving approximately 30 minutes early, for example 8:30, for the morning paper is perfectly acceptable and will not cause any issues. Upon arriving at the examination center, students must carry a transparent stationery pouch containing all essential materials. These include pens, pencils, erasers, and other necessary stationery, a calculator, if permitted for that paper, the statement of entry, and a smart card or CNIC for identification. After a brief security inspection, candidates must inform the staff of the subject they are appearing for. The staff will then direct them to the designated hall, such as Hall 1 or Hall 2. Next, facial verification is conducted. The CNIC number on the statement of entry is cross-checked with the identification card, and the photograph is compared with the candidate's face. After verification, an invigilator guides the student to their assigned seat, which displays their candidate number, for example 0940. Inside the hall, examinations are conducted under strict supervision. CCTV cameras monitor the entire room, and each row is overseen by an invigilator to ensure compliance with all rules. Any form of academic dishonesty, such as cheating, communication during the exam, or possession of unauthorized materials, example phones, can result in severe consequences, including immediate disqualification, suspension of grades, etc., etc., as mentioned previously in Chapter 2. Candidates found guilty of misconduct are not permitted to leave with the other students. They must remain behind to complete an incident report, after which disciplinary action is determined. Maintaining integrity throughout the examination procedure is therefore crucial, as one's academic record and credibility depend on it. Results for exams conducted by the British Council are released twice a year. For the May-June session, results come in mid-August, and for the October-November session, mid-January. In Pakistan, results are typically published at 10 or 11 a.m. in the morning. At schools and colleges, the results are first received by the exam office, after which a statement of results is distributed individually to each student. This document lists every subject attempted and the corresponding grades achieved. For private candidates, results can be accessed online through the official CIE/AQA or Edexcel results website or the British Council portal. O and A-level exams use a grade-based system rather than numerical marks. The available grades are A star for highest achievement, A for excellent, B for average, C for satisfactory, D for poor, and E minimum acceptable performance, and F or U ungraded. below the minimum standard. An A star is the highest attainable grade and U the lowest. Here is an example of an online result which private candidates get to view. Here is an example of a printout of that online result which is handed out to students in schools. Here is an example of the official certificate which arrives 2 weeks after the provisional result. Only this document is practically used or considered as a certificate. The other two are just provisional. It is required to apply for the creation of equivalent certificates of OA levels to metric FSC by the Inter-Boards Coordination Commission, or IBCSC for short. Now, as I mentioned at the start of this video, this was the final video in my introduction to OA level series for Pakistani parents. Now, by watching this series, viewers have gained an understanding of the timeline, examination system, and exam resources of OA levels, as well as an idea of how home-based education works. The key takeaway here is that smart work, like good scheduling and exam hacks, alongside hard work, is the most effective method for success. I have many upcoming projects in the future, and if you wish to contact me, you can contact me through this number, or you can email me.